Welcome to the S.Banks&JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm joined by my co-host,
JD.
And today's topic, we got a follow-up video for you. We previously done a video where this young lady was talking about marriage is prostitution.
Very controversial to say, but marriage also is work, because a lot of women, what they're doing is, and this is controversial to say.
Go on,
because
I'm going to hear this. Say this.
In your definition, where you said earlier about where, you know, like, man, you get money, or you hang out with him, you get money. Why I say marriage is because what happens is women engage in marriage from a place where, okay, ideally, he's gonna take care of you financially, and there's a home for you both to live in. And what you are doing is you're fulfilling a role. So you're gonna either be some sort of like homemaker, homekeeper, you're raising and rearing the kids, and you are partnering with him and sleeping with him in the hopes that the trade-off will be that you get validation, love, and upkeep. And the man understands and believes that if he continues to fulfill that role for you, then the arrangement works, because marriage is an arrangement. Now, why I say it's because whilst it's not necessarily on the surface, you're for a transactional exchange, there's something that you're
12 seconds later.
Recently, I had a lot of women coming at me because I went on a podcast and I was discussing why work and marriage have links. And so for me, I think what I found quite difficult to grapple with was the fact that the reason why so many of the women were angered was because in me saying that marriage and work are, in my eyes, almost the same thing. If anything, marriage is the most acceptable form of work, in my opinion. What they found very discomforting was the idea of them being likened to workers, because a lot of women, especially conservative Christian women, they believe that marriage makes them the purest and the highest position of the apex of respectability, and workers are positioned by society at the bottom. But you are bartering, you are cooking, and you are cleaning, and you are rearing children in order for your husband to play the role of being a husband and loving you and giving you a ring.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Wow. You know, it's funny, right? I read some of the comments. Some of the people agree with her.
Really? I haven't read the comments.
Some of the people
oh my gosh.
agree with her. I'll if I've got time, I'll add some of them comments. But some of the people actually agree with her. And thumbs up to the women that stood their ground and was like, speak for yourself, sis. If you choose to sell your body for money and try to put us all under the same umbrella, that's not me. Like, I don't understand how you commit to someone and she's saying she spoke about purity. So being with your husband, your man, someone that you've made a promise to under God.
Yes. How can it be seen as prostitution?
But then getting your back blown out
by multiple men
for money.
Don't forget that.
Is pure. Is that pure or is that unpure? I don't know what she's trying to say.
I don't know what she's trying to say. Maybe she needs to explain herself even further.
Okay.
But
I don't think she needs to.
Because I don't think she needs to. I'm just saying, I don't understand how she put those two together personally. Yeah. Because if you have a married woman, let's just say she is coming from a pure form, as in she hasn't had sex yet. She's a virgin, right? And she's met her husband.
So she'd be the purest.
Exactly. So I'm going to start from because she's putting everyone together. So I'm going to say from the purest you can get, which would be a woman who is not tainted in any way in regard anyway, right? So then she's a virgin. So then she meets her husband, they get married, blah, 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 have children and the rest of it, right? Then you have a woman who is extremely promiscuous, has slept with multiple men for most of her life, is not married, she may have children. How can you put them on the same playing field? You can't do that. We're not on the same level. We're not on the same level. So you're saying, oh, you're bartering. You're doing, you're cooking and cleaning for your husband. And that's the only man I've slept with. He's my husband. Yes, I cook and clean. I look after the children, blah, blah, blah. And in return of that is my husband will pay the bills, provide, protect, and the rest of it.
She's trying to go from the perspective of marriage is a business, and you get my body, I get your money. But I'm sure it's not as black and white.
It's not as black and white as that.
In my opinion,
if that's the case, then we're all.
That's what she's trying to say. That's
everyone, and her too. And I hope she's including herself in that.
That's what she's trying to say. But in my opinion, I think she took an L on this one, and
she
like,
did.
Just to stop it. Like, if you're selling yourself, or you're on lease with the option to buy, whichever way you want to chop it and slice it, just stay over there. And thumbs up to the women that wasn't down with this BS, because sometimes it's easy for one person to say this, and especially when they resemble you or they look same complexion as you, for everyone to say, oh, you're all like that. So kudos to the ones that said, nah, sis, you're on your own on this one.
She's on her own. I ain't down with it. I'm so sorry.
But guys, tell us your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.